Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we've got a lot of things to do and I have no idea. Chris is gonna tell me what I'm doing.
So, it's simple. Sam, he's got a drift next weekend at Formula Drift.
Next weekend, geez, that is not true. It's the weekend after.
No, it's next weekend, it's Saturday. Next weekend.
No, next weekend is testing on the 31st.
Wait, what?
You're still drifting. You're still drifting.
Yeah, I am drifting next weekend because we're doing a test day.
Yeah, April 2nd I thought you were competing.
No, it's the 5th and 6th.
Oh, well, I'm way off. Anyways, Sam's gonna be drifting soon in this car that is still in pieces. So what Sam has to do is he has to get this engine in the car. He's got a fabricator coming really early Sunday, which is tomorrow morning. And he has been taping this whole time. For a couple hours, good tape it.
Good job with the intro there. So yeah, goal is to have this in there with the transmission and the rear end all put in there. And then, yeah, ready for the fabricator tomorrow. The reason why we have a fabricator coming is because while he's doing that, I can focus on other things like wiring and stuff and just make sure the car's gonna be done. We got to dyno tune this next week. We then got to test it. We got to align it. There's so much to get done, but all I know is parts go in and we have pink rear end now.
I will say kudos to this guy. He was here till like 3 or 4 a.m. putting this whole engine together, which is pretty crazy. You got good work ethic.
Thank you.
I'll give you that.
I didn't steal any parts from his 1J.
Oh yeah, no, he's, yeah, you know what, screw you, man. I wake up this morning to a text at like 4 a.m. He's like, Rodnick, I had to take your, what'd you take?
The timing belt gear or whatever.
Yeah, the timing gear at the bottom. He's like, hey, sorry, I swear I'll replace it with a new one. So, I mean, that's good, but now I can't do anything, so I'm waiting, but. Yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, at least this is together.
Also, I don't know when this video goes up, but if you didn't know, he has a chaser.
No, that's going up tonight.
Why are you 3 videos ahead?
You spoiled that in the last video, actually.
No, I didn't. It's fine. Everyone knows you.
He told me it was all good.
It was
I
all
don't
good.
really care.
Yeah,
There's no drama.
Yeah, there's no drama.
Oh, there's
Wanna make
tons.
drama though?
Yeah, there's tons. No, there's tons of
There's gonna be
drama.
drama if you don't get that engine in the car, dude. I've been seeing this thing all day sitting here, and he's just like, oh, no, you know, just, he's like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, work on your car, bro.
This is the longest intro ever. You're terrible at this.
I thought I had ADHD. You're a next level, bro.
Mine's just been getting worse the older I get too.
And he's like, oh, coffee? I need a coffee. 7 times a day, dude. This dude's an animal. Go on, intro over.
So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Time to pull all the fast parts off. You guys know it's YouTube what we do, so we gotta make sure it looks good for a thumbnail. We gotta take the intake manifold and the exhaust manifold off, then we sit the engine in, put the transmission on and all that kind of stuff, and then we put it all back on in the car.
Yeah.
That way nothing gets damaged and smacked around.
I'm sorry, he spent the whole day today making a thumbnail, so I hope you appreciate that thumbnail.
Shut up.
He put this whole engine together just to take it back apart for a thumbnail. Hey, dude, kudos to you though. That's good. That's sick. Way more than I do.
Main, clutch, all that. I'm gonna take this off in one hit. I reckon it'll come off in a piece. Dude, the titanium hardware though.
Nah, the whole thing looks good. This is my favorite though. This looks
The
so
valve covers, the Duloc valve covers.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone in the comments remember Duloc? Like, do you guys know Duloc? Or is it just...
That was my school teacher's name, Dulac.
Dulac?
Yeah, Mr. Dulac.
Mr. Dulac. Yeah, what did he teach you?
Automotive, but clearly not good enough.
Well, good enough for automotive use.
Hey, I don't know. I took my whole car apart today.
He's probably your,
He did
like...
pretty good.
You realize, you're his trophy child. Every, like,
I
class of
almost blew up
senator.
his truck once. He had a brand new 6.7, like a 2021 Ford F350.
Yeah.
And I put the oil filter on crooked. He went to start it, dude. 15 liters of oil all on the ground.
So you just always had road nut plug.
Dude, it was my teacher's truck, so I was like super anxious. And he's like, come on, hurry up. You gotta do this. So I was like, oh, okay. And I put it on crooked, dude. Oil everywhere. I brought him new Rotella the next day though. So
New Rotella.
And then he offered me a job.
Really?
Yeah, at a dealership. But I said, yeah, I want to see where this YouTube stuff goes. And then he was so mad.
Time for the new clutch for the FD car, and no surprises here. You guys know that I love my ORC clutches, and I'm super excited that they have come on board now for the Formula Drift program. We're gonna be running their 1,000 horsepower safe clutch triple disc. Super excited, this thing always feels great. And it's the clutch that I was using before. We just sent it to them, they rebuilt it and everything. They have an overhauling rebuild service. So if you do ever wear out one of their clutches, you can send it to them. They'll rebuild it at a fraction of the cost of what a brand new kit is, and I highly recommend it. But first things first is this bad boy's gonna go in the car. It's a fresh one. I'm gonna mark it up so that everything stays in the same position. We're fabricating tomorrow, but I just realized my clutch alignment tool hadn't arrived yet. So what we're just doing is just putting the transmission in for now, bolting it in position, so that way everything is good. The fabricating, everything's gonna be in the correct position, and then we'll worry about it when the alignment tool comes. But for now, should be all good. Let's get this in. Så dagar du I den?
Okay.
Okay, Jack. Doing a little bit of smoke prevention inside the cabin right now. We find that there's a fair bit of smoke escaping in, and there's a bunch of these little holes that we found here. So we're just putting aluminum tape on them for now. They're just like holes from like things that used to be mounted in certain places and stuff. So this should just seal those up and stop some smoke coming in. But I think some of the biggest things is like the frame rails have some big holes here, which normally have like stickers on them. So what we'll do is aluminum tape those up too. But hopefully that'll help prevent some of the smoke going in. Anyways, let's get this subframe in now. Just taking a picture of my rear pink bits. Looks good, except Riley's in the way. I have not picked up the camera now in a very long time, but it is the next day. It's 2 a.m. I don't know if you can see the clock there. But look at this car. It's coming a long way. It's coming a long way, man. I'm so excited. Very excited. I also have someone that I need to introduce you guys to. This is Hayden. Go way back in Australia. He now lives in Japan. And he's helping out with the fabricating, getting stuff done real quick for us. We'll wait till he finishes rolling this stack. And we'll say hi. He's been rolling around on the floor by the looks of his hoodie. What's up?
How you going?
I'm good. How you been, man?
Good.
You enjoying this?
It's been a long day.
It has, yeah. It's 2:17 a.m. Dang. He brought his welder and stuff, and I've been learning a bunch off him. It's been cool.
Sick.
I love that you have this huge inverter too. This came from Australia, right?
Yeah, I brought it on the plane with me here.
Is it heavy? Not too bad?
Not too bad, maybe like 20 kilos.
Oh yeah.
Not too bad. Dump's almost done.
Nice.
It was in. We're just basically just gonna finish off a little piece at the bottom. I've just cut your pre-existing exhaust that's sitting on the ground over there.
Oh, cool.
So we'll chuck that back in the car.
Yep.
And then I've just got to do this bend, weld it onto the dump, and then basically add the flange, and then we connect it all back up.
Nice. Hustling right now.
Getting it done.
Yep. So Hayden's been killing it, and that's enabled me to be able to get other things done on the car, like hook up all the wiring harness, run everything, got the fuel lines all done, intake manifolds on. I'm going to be getting Hayden to obviously redo this part of the intercooler piping to connect it in here. Probably going to be messing around with this piece too, just because it's I don't like how it sits, and it might be a good time to kind of revisit that. Everything's kind of actually set up where we could do first start very, very soon, but we're not going to be doing that this video or tonight. It's already late and this thing's loud as hell. and I don't want to do that until I've got the majority of the work all done. But get excited because it's done, and I have to lift this thing up and show you guys just how good the rear end looks. We have 4 days till the dyno tune, so we're definitely on top of schedule. We also primed all of this today with a white etching primer, and that's just to protect it. Obviously the wide body goes on top of all of this, and the livery will cover it as anything that goes above the bodies here, the body part line here, so that'll be good. But overall, this will all get repainted and stuff. I don't know if we'll do it this season just because the aero is going to look so good, so like on top of it, that you're not going to even know this is under it. But definitely, if this gets driven in another season, it'll definitely go see paint. Definitely after this season, it's going to get paint no matter what. But I cannot get enough of this rear end. It looks so freaking good. I'm so stoked on it. Man, amazing. I love it so much. Oh, I'm a sucker for it though. I really am. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section. Is this the subframe content you've been wanting from the channel? Anyways, I love it. I definitely want to pressure wash under here a bit and clean up some of that muddy kind of water that splashed on everywhere, but we're looking good. Everything's looking real good. And this dump pipe is beautiful. Hayden absolutely killed it. If you guys recognize him, he has a really cool S14 in Australia with GTR rear over fenders. But yeah, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. One problem we do have though is the gate position. The Big Daddy 2JZ manifold is obviously meant for a Supra, and things are in a little bit of a different position there, where the steering column is right here, right? So that's in the way of the gate as well as the engine mount. So we're gonna be moving this flange further up, giving us a little bit more room for the Garrett wastegate we're gonna weld in there. There's no gate will fit on that currently, just because of the positioning. And that's really just comes down to the fact that we're putting a Supra 2JZ engine in an S15 that came with an SR. You gotta make things work, don't you? Yep. You've got a pretty cool S chassis back home, hey? It's coming here soon, hey?
Is indeed.
Do you want to tell the people what you got?
So yeah, it's a wide body S14, like custom wide body GTR 33 metal rear guards.
Oh, the
like
33 ones. I thought they were 32 ones.
Yep.
Cool.
What size wheels are on it? Fronts are like 18, 11, neg 38. Rears are 18, 12, neg 56.
Jeez.
Big wheels, big VSKFs. Yeah, VVTR 2J makes 730.
Nice.
And it's got 8-speed in it.
So the 8-speed, that's not like a manual transmission, right?
Yeah, so it's like an auto, and you can use the clutches in the transmission, and you can tune them to however you want them to buy it, all that sort of stuff. So it's pretty spicy.
That's gonna be spicy to see over here.
Wait to get it over here.
Yeah. Are you gonna, like, you can't even drive that at like Mayhan. It's just too much car for that.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's just too low for every track
That as well.
So far.
Could you imagine trying to bring that to Evisu?
Yeah. Like, even getting onto the courses at Ibisu was just like not a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how bad it was getting onto the track until I went there in like October, and I was like, I couldn't bring my car here.
Yeah.
So.
Although
yeah,
you could, it'd just be monster truck spec.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to raise it, so I'll just have to make sure I can take the front and rear bar off to get it onto the track, and I'll put them back on and drive.
That's commitment. Dude,
What a cool way you're doing it.
I don't like I really appreciate you guys like that are into just slammed cars, because I just can't do that. All my cars are like monster truck spec because I just can't deal with that. Like, you guys like take your bumpers off all the time.
Yeah,
You gotta do all these
like,
ramp
like,
things, woods.
Like, I feel like if you don't look cool while you're doing it, then what's the point in doing it?
I just want to drive. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, I think my car here might be styled a little bit different.
Yeah, you picked up a 180, right?
Yeah, I got a 180 here. It's like definitely high in regards to how low I usually like things.
Yeah.
But I'll bring the low car here, I'll have the low car, and then we'll see how long it lasts having a car.
I need to like write a date and time where like Hayden's like, I will never raise my car, and then like in a few years time you're like, yeah, I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, bro, I changed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Julian, when I was talking to him at LZ, he was like, oh yeah, I heard you moving to Japan. I'm like, yeah, and he's like, yeah, man, I give it like 3 months and you get a raise your car.
Yeah.
Like, what? He's like, yeah, man, I love slam cars. And then I went to Japan, drove Shane's car, and I was like, I need to raise my car. And I was like,
Oh, the suspension,
I don't
yeah.
think so, but
I know what you mean.
I've driven a couple of people's cars here now that are like high in the front end, and fuck, they drive good.
They do drive good. Yeah, it is. It is. Suspension travel's a good thing.
I know.
Who would have thought?
It's taken a while to set my car up to drive good low, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend the amount of effort I have gone into to do that.
Research and development. Yeah.
It's taken a long time to put wheels that big on the car, to make it squat with a drop knuckle and cutting everything, absolutely everything out of it to make it grippy.
That's right. I remember seeing that with no fender on, and it was just no fender.
Yeah, it's just cut, just all the way up to the strut tower and the
Jeez.
rear. It's just crazy how hard it has been to try and get the amount of suspension travel for it to drive well and be incredibly.
There's a guy here that has like an absolutely slammed 180. He rose the engine and everything, notched the chassis and everything, just so he could get like it so low. That's nuts.
I know.
That's nuts.
It's so much effort, but it's so worth it.
It does look cool. If you can get suspension travel with it that low on the ground, for sure, dude.
So good.
Hell yeah.
I feel like you can't beat a car where you like see you driving and the side skirt's like scraping on the ground under squat. It's the best.
Would it help if you could convert it to what's that like lever kind of
like a
style, cantilever setup? Would that help?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, water pump pulley going on. Hayden's a cool bloke. He does fab stuff over here in Japan, which I know you guys know from the videos. Finding good fabricators in Japan, there's 5 and he's one of them. So, and he just got here. So if that doesn't explain to you how hard it is to find good fabricators here, I don't know what will. But yeah, it's good to have him here helping out. It's definitely meaning that I can get other stuff done while he's working on that. And it's something I can tick off the list and not worry about. This is my favorite view. Just all the way from up here, looking at the car, enjoying. I just set Hayden off to his hotel. I am also wrecked, so I'm gonna wrap up and head home. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Things are so hectic right now. I even considered not even uploading today. Next video, probably gonna be first start and everything's gonna be done. So keep an eye out for that. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys wanna see as well, content-wise with Chris, any ideas or things you wanna see happen there. Let me know. I'm open to a bunch of stuff. Also, Sam Show. We are in the process of also coming up with ways to bring it back in such a way that's going to really work with our schedule and stuff like that. So if you have any ideas for that, please let us know in the comment section. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you like this video, go check out this one, and I'll see you all in the next one.